Hey guys, PK here, and I'm just back fresh off of about a week and a half out of pocket, and I'm glad to be back in the saddle. I was out in Chicago for the Simply Youth Ministry Conference, and then also had a chance to take my family down to Virginia for my grandfather's 80th birthday. It was just a great time of celebration. And while I was down there, I was able to connect with a couple of my former students, and it was just so great. 10 years later, to see them still serving Jesus and makes you realize it's all worth it. So the seeds you're sowing um, do make a difference. And I just want to encourage you to keep plugging away because you are important in the kids that you're ministering to's lives. Um, at the Simply Youth Ministry Conference, one of the most beneficial things I was able to walk away with, I took an 8-hour course on youth culture with Walt Mueller that was really insightful. And I just wanted to pass along kind of maybe a few thoughts with you when it comes to youth culture. Because if you're like me, sometimes you feel like an old fuddy duddy and like you're disconnected, and um, the culture is changing so fast and what our kids are being exposed to, it's hard to keep up. And sometimes it's easy to get confused or just say, I don't want anything to do with this, or you get overwhelmed by it. I just wanted to kind of encourage us that it is really important as youth leaders, if we want to be successful in connecting with students, that we need to be familiar with the culture that they're in. Walt Mueller uses this analogy of um, that culture is the soup that our kids are swimming in every day. And so there's different ingredients that are thrown into this thing, and our kids are just saturating in this culture. And as youth leaders, part of our job is to lift the lid of the soup, stir it up, and see what's in there, so that we can better minister to our students. Doesn't mean we have to necessarily eat everything in the soup. We don't have to do that, but we do need to be familiar with it so that we know where our kids are coming from, the worldviews that they're being presented with, and those kind of things. Um, One of the things, just to encourage you with, it doesn't mean you have to engage yourself deeply in the culture. You don't have to feel like, oh great, if I want to be a good youth leader, I got to go get tattoos and earrings, and I got to start listening to different kinds of music. Um, it doesn't mean that you need to go out and try to conform and be something so that the kids will like you. Okay. Being liked, and being popular with students, I think, is a little overrated. We want kids to like us in a sense, but we want them to respect us. And beyond that, we want them to know that we care. And so it's important that we have a look at their culture and that we're at least familiar with it so we can engage them. Um, so look at this, Matt. Unbelievable, this kid. Sorry. You see what I have to deal with when I'm trying to do these videos? If I could just turn this a little bit here, if the cord won't come undone. I just want you to see the kind of stuff that I have to deal with when I'm trying to concentrate on important training. This is Matt Cameron. He's our new youth assistant, and he's doing his job very well, obviously. So, back over here in our moment together. Um, just a couple things that might just be little helpful tips for you. First of all, is that you need to be asking kids questions about the culture that they live in. Ask them, what kind of music are you listening to? What bands do you listen to? What TV shows are you watching? What movies are you watching? What do you like to do for fun? Some of those kind of questions will just kind of get you into their world a little bit. And maybe as a youth leader, it would be good for you to check out some of those things. Have a look at them yourself. Try to explore the worldview that's being presented to your kids in the movies they watch or the music they listen to. Um, Sometimes, as youth leaders, we listen to a song or we watch a movie not for the entertainment value, but so that we can assess it and deconstruct and find out what kind of stuff is in the soup that our kids are in. Maybe that then gives you an opportunity, a platform to go to your students and say, tell me what it is that you like about this show. What kind of things grab you and make you want to come back and watch it week after week? Or what is it about that song that is capturing your attention or the attention of your friends? And then it gives you grounds to be able to engage them and to talk to them from a biblical standpoint on some of the things that they're taking in. So, learning to deconstruct the things, the influences in kids' lives, help them see different things, and then help them to be able to choose, is this something that I need to be putting into my mind? Is there some redemptive value here? Or is it something that I, as a Christian, need to turn away from? But we don't just want to throw culture out the window and say, well, it's not important. We're not going to engage it. We're not going to talk about it. We do need to know about it, because it's a reality. And whether we want to think it or not, our kids are listening to stuff and they're seeing stuff. And part of our job as responsible youth workers is to know what's going on and to engage them on that. So I just wanted to challenge you with that thought today, and say thanks for all your hard work. And maybe after your small groups, taking time to ask your kids some of these questions and engage them will help you just be a better youth worker. So thanks for all you do, and I appreciate you so much.